Hi everybody, Dan Illman here. The holidays are right upon us and DRF is offering the deal of the year. 20% off Formulator and Classic Pass performances, clocker reports, digital paper, DRF picks, and much, much more. The coupon code for our Black Friday sale, BLFRI22. Visit shop.drf.com for details. Sale ends soon, so don't you dare miss it. Hi everybody, Dan Illman here, taking a look at race number 8 at Aqueduct on Saturday, one of two graded stakes races on the card. This is the Grade 3 $175,000 Fall Highweight Handicap. Let's take a look at the field. The Fall Highweight is a throwback and a tradition on Thanksgiving week in New York, recognizing some of the older generation, the horses that carried high weights regularly in handicaps, horses like Kelso and Forgo, and there are no Kelsos and Forgos in this year's Fall Highweight, but some decent sprinters going 3/4 of a mile, hard hitters that like to win races, and none epitomizes that statement more than the one Greeley and Ben. As we throw up the Timeform US pace projector, our friends at Timeform US believe Greeley and Ben can make the early lead in here. Greeley and Ben's won 22 times in his career, and although his last race was only a $10,000 starter allowance, he is a multiple stakes winner, and I think he's the kind of horse that just shows up each and every time. He'll be up close to the pace along with Jackson Traveler. I think Happy Farm and Bezos, these are horses that can be key to the pace. They've shown speed in the past. Maybe they don't have the sort of gas that Greeley and Ben has, but I think if they're aggressively ridden, they can be up close and in with a chance when the real running starts. And let's start with Greeley and Ben, who scored last time out to earn lifetime victory number 22, and it was a typical Greeley and Ben performance where he got up close to the pace. The pace wasn't very fast. He sniffed victory. When Greeley and Ben senses victory, he usually converts. He did so last time out to the tune of a 95 Buyer's speed figure. I might have to go a little bit faster in the early portion of this race, and he is certainly taking a step up in class, but a horse with this sort of record must always be respective. He'll carry 130 pounds, a pickup of 9 from his most recent start. Jackson Traveler's last race was an anomaly considering his consistency. He's been on the board in 17 of 19 starts, been managed very well by his connections. They ran him in the Bowl Ruler last time out. He sort of got bumped at the start, rushed up to be close to a fast pace in a race that was dominated by closers. I'm willing to give him a mulligan for that effort, again, because of his overall consistency. He's been managed very well by his connections. He is a graded stakes winner. They seem to find good spots for him. His race 2 starts back in Maryland. He caught a hot horse. Sibelius was in the midst of a triple-digit Buyer run, and Jackson Traveler tried to stay with him before succumbing in mid-stretch. He may not be one of the top sprinters in the country, but again, he's been very well managed, and this is a good spot for Jackson Traveler. He'll carry 131, a pickup of 6 pounds. He has the tactical speed to be in the mix early. The number 3 in here is Happy Farm, and Happy Farm, while stepping up off a second-level optional claiming performance, won this race in 2019, so he can carry high weight. He was carrying 125 that day. He'll be in with 128 on Saturday, but he's just a horse that's in very good form, and he always seems to show up. 24 of 35 in the exacta. He's been on the board in his last 7 races, and I thought he ran well last time out. First off, the Mike Maselli claim was a race that didn't have a ton of pace. Happy Farm was a little bit farther back than usual and also on the outside giving ground, and he was still punching on in the stretch, only beaten ahead. Again, he likes to win races. He does have tactical speed. I think Dylan Davis will be more aggressive with Happy Farm, and I'm expecting a good effort. Bezos is up next. Let's watch his last start. First off the claim, $50,000 starter going 7/8 of a mile at Aqueduct. Good speed from Bezos in here. Cleared to the lead, made an easy lead on the turn, and kept on going. He beat 2 next out winners in here. We're going to be stepping him back up into the graded stakes ranks for the first time since the Lexington last year when he was trained by Bob Baffert going 2 turns over a sloppy track. He is in very good form right now. He's won his last 2 starts, and he does have some speed. We'll see if he classes up. He's going to be a price in the Fall Highway carrying 123. Synthesis is up next, and let's watch Synthesis's last race where he beat Happy Farm. Second level allowance race, first over the circuit for trainer David Jacobson. This horse was based in California for most of his career. He got close to that kind of moderate pace last time out, and then he sprinted on home to just get the better of Happy Farm. Good performance. I think he's probably found his circuit. I think he can fit with these horses if he runs back to his last race, that 96 Buyer's speed figure. Nice outside post position for Synthesis. I think the trip could be there, especially if the pace is a little bit hotter than expected. He can sort of sit off of it while clear of kickback and clear center of traffic and try to make one run. He'll carry 128 pounds. Jose Ortiz takes the mount. Factor It In is based in Maryland for trainer Carlos Mancia. He was only beaten a half length in the Bold Ruler last time out. Again, that was a race that sort of fell to closers. He came with his run at the end. This is a horse that's been in very good form in Maryland, and while he's sort of been an in and outer, maybe a sort of high-level allowance horse, listed stakes type, in the form he's in right now, I really don't want to ignore him too much. 3-1 to me seems a little bit light. Now, Rad Ortiz is going to attract some money on just about any horse in a graded stakes race, but factor it in, those buyers are going the right way, and he's competitive with these horses. Runnin' Son of a Gun is the morning line favorite, and he's the horse to beat. Let's watch his most recent race, the Bold Ruler, a very game effort. The pace was fast. He got a pretty nice in-out closer's trip, and it looks like he's going to win, and now he looks like he's going to lose, because here's Eastern Bay on the outside with all of the momentum, and I'm not sure if it was a combination of Eastern Bay hanging a little bit or Runnin' Son of a Gun digging down deep, but Runnin' Son of a Gun got his nose down at the wire to win with a 97 Beyer speed figure. He beat 3 of these horses. He beat 2 other next out winners. And he's a horse that's just been in good form. His race 2 starts back the Gallant Bob. He did not have a very good trip when beaten by Scaramouche, who's one of the better 3-year-old dirt sprinters in the Mid-Atlantic region. He was 3rd in the Grade 1 Jerkins behind Jack Christopher, a race where he didn't break very well and sort of rushed up to track the moderate pace. This is a pretty good horse, Runnin' Son of a Gun, and he's going to be running on in the lane. Give him a fast pace, he'll kick. He's got to carry 132. He pick up a 13 pounds from his win as the favorite in the Bold Ruler. I'm going to go with him, though, as we take a look at my selections. Runnin' Son of a Gun just seems like a horse that has some upside, and maybe he's a horse that can actually compete in some of these graded stakes races over the winter in New York, where he doesn't have to carry 132 pounds. He'll be my top pick. I like the way he dug in late in the Bold Ruler. I like the acceleration he showed from off of a fast pace, and I think he's somewhat adaptable to the race flow. I don't think he's going to be close to the pace like horses like Greeley and Ben, but maybe he can sit in mid-pack and won't have to come from so far behind. Runnin' Son of a Gun, my top selection in the Fall Highway, one of 2 gradeds at Aqueduct on Saturday. Good luck.